Hello and welcome. My name is Ahmad with the Santa Barbara Public Library, and I wanted to share with you how to utilize our awesome business resources to conduct market research. This information is helpful for current and prospective business owners as well as entrepreneurs. Now, to get to these resources, you will need to start at our library's main page, and that's sbplibrary.org. There's a link in the description. If you hover over the Collections and Resources tab, you can click on Library Databases and Resources. Once you're in there, it's going to give you a list of all of our databases and resources that we offer for free with your library card. If you scroll down just a little down here, Business Resources is what you're going to be looking for. And there's two resources in there. This video is mainly going to look at Reference USA. Be on the lookout for another video that's going to discuss size up. Now, to use Reference USA, you're going to have to click on this link here and have your library card number ready. It's going to prompt you for your library card number, and once you do that, it'll bring you to this page here. Now, Reference USA has roughly 6 databases within it, or organized databases. There's a tool here that's going to give you access to view over 58 million businesses or business information. There is also U.S. job internships, historical businesses, healthcare, new movers and homeowners, and U.S. consumers and lifestyles. Now, for businesses or business owners conducting market research, we're mostly going to focus on U.S. businesses here, as well as U.S. consumers and lifestyles. And for some businesses, especially the ones that rely on people people have just moved into town, let's just say, such as like dentists or restaurants that are, trying to target, the new community, new patrons, new customers. The U.S. new movers and homeowners is a great tool as well. It's basically going to give you a list of all the people that have moved in and out, have moved into your community or given community in the last, 3 to 4 months, I believe. Now, what's nice about this database also with Reference USA is that it is a national tool. So it's all 50 states are included. So if you are a business that is e-commerce or it's transforming to more of an e-commerce business, you can use this database here to look into what other cities that you can do an online campaign to Facebook or marketing or Instagram ads that give you, some untapped communities for potential business and maximizing your profits. So that's really nice that it's a nationwide search. So let's begin with the database. Now, once you're on this screen here, we're going to go to U.S. businesses. Click that. It's going to give you 2 options. The quick search is going to just allow you to view any particular business. If you have one in mind, you can look by executive first name, last name, city, state. I keep it local, so just kind of show you what we're looking at here. Gugino's, Santa Barbara, and we want to do that California. And what's going to do, it's going to give us the company, and that's the address and executive name, phone number. Once we're in there, we know it's a verified record. That means somebody had checked up to make sure that it was still open, and it was still open. They're still a established business. It's going to give you their website as well as their industry profile, which is the SEAT code and the NAICS codes. And these are important for the classification of businesses. You're also going to get some of the business demographics. Now, I know you're going to be asking, well, where's all this information coming from? Just to throw this out there that, Reference USA is like looking at a lot of raw data. So Reference USA is compiling all this information from a variety of resources like consumer-facing companies, business-facing companies, data compilers, suppliers. They're also obtaining this information through public sources such as census data and other public records, including public directories, filings, and publications, surveys, and subscriptions. So they're compiling and aggregating all this information into this one area. Now, that's where it's going to give us this. So I would say that looking into each account, you just got to know that some of the information might be accurate, but there's also other information that might not make sense, and that also is all determined by how the owners or the managers or the CPA are filing their different documents and tax documents. But it's good to get that general idea. And what I've noticed is the businesses that have been open longer are ones that have, closer to the accurate, range of information. It also gives you here business expenditures, or the estimated annual expense for what they're spending. So if you are opening a business and you're thinking, okay, mine's very similar to this business here, I'm curious to see how much they are spending annually, and it can assist with you when you're putting your business plan together or budgeting for your business too. Yeah, some awesome charts here by sales volumes and employee size, as well as more of the business history. And a cool feature right here at the bottom would be nearby businesses. Just give you all the businesses kind of nearby, and it's going to give you all the businesses that are, might be within a few blocks from this business, different types of businesses. And then the competitor report is going to give you all the business that are, within a few blocks also, but are in the same category. So like restaurants or caterers or full service restaurants. So it's kind of the competitor report that falls under the same SEEK and NAICS codes. Let's go down here. Okay, so that was just utilizing the quick search. And the quick search is a good tool to use when you're wanting just to kind of look at your business, or look at a business that might be similar to yours, or an idea of a business that you might have. It gets fun once you get into the advanced search feature. And the advanced search is going to allow you to fine-tune your search results, and give you kind of a range, or a group of businesses to work with. For this example, we're going to do, just throw it out there. Let's say that you are a business that wants to target pizza restaurants. You had created a tool or invention that for sure is going to revolutionize pizza restaurants. So what we're going to do is we're going to search by keywords, the SEEK and NAICS codes, and I'm just throwing pizza in there, and it should let me click that. And I want to start small, because I think that this is going to take a while to roll out. So this is not, we're not going to limit it to all the states, but let's just limit it to California and update count. So this here is going to give us 8,000 records of businesses that fall under pizza business in California. And, we can go in here and, we can do view results, and it's just going to give us a list. Now you could take this list, and this is where you can, start to kind of think like, okay, I want to see kind of where all these businesses are. So you can heat map. And it's going to give you kind of the state here once it loads. One moment while it loads. And as you can see, that a lot of the pizza restaurant, or the highest concentration of the restaurants, are in San Diego, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Sacramento. So that's something to keep in mind, where it's like, well, if you were going to do marketing just to those businesses, that you may not necessarily need to spend money marketing to ones in the northern part or central part of California. But what's nice about Reference USA is that you can do that for practically any industry. If you were to sell, for example, to hospitals, so we're looking for hospitals, and once it loads up, so we're going to look for hospitals, and you don't want like a smaller one, but you need one that has over 500 employees and above. So we're looking at bigger hospitals here. And then we limit it to California and hit update. And there's about 258 hospitals that fall in. So it's not necessarily just use it for pizza restaurants, but it could be, you know, this is good to do if you are a business and you are selling to other businesses. This database here is very helpful for that. Other search features that you have is you could look up private or public companies or government office. You could also look up on the side here. It's going to give you all the options as well. Now, if we wanted to go back into look back to the hospital example here and do a few results, it's going to give us the options up on top here. So we've seen the heat map option. If we do, in each one of these, if you click on it, it's going to give you information as well. And the corporate tree is also one on the side, if you notice here. That's going to basically tell you that this business or this company is under, and you could follow the tree all the way to the top of who's the umbrella corp that runs this company as well. In summary, so we go charts here, and it's going to give us the report. So, you know, based off of, you know, the California and hospitals, the criteria of over 500 employees, you know, 11 of them are in LA, 10 are in San Diego, 9 is in San Francisco. You can do it by zip code or sales volume as well. And these are really nice because they have print ability as well as exporting graphs. If you want to input them into a project or your business report, you can do that as well. You can do narrow down your search or keep it to 258. You hit download and actually export an Excel sheet that's going to give you the company name, the executive names, the address, city, states, and just all the information you see here, but just on an Excel sheet, which is good if you were going to be contacting each individual business. And that brings us to the US business database here. So if we were to go back and hit reference USA right up top, it's going to bring us back to this main page here. And from here, we wanted to look into the US consumer side of the market research. So now you're able to, with US businesses, we're able to look at the business side. On the US consumers, we want to look at the actual people, our customers, the customers that you would want to market to. Where are they? How do you find them? So with the US consumer lifestyles database here, it's going to give you the same similar situation with the quick search or advanced search. The quick search here is just going to allow you to look people up. I would consider this feature more of the like the yellow pages in a way, where you can like look someone up in a different city or state or even within your own city, and it will give you some kind of brief information about, and it's all public information as well. Once again, they're getting all this information through public records, census data. They're also getting it from, you know, data compliers and consumer-facing companies as well. But the thing that's really nice about Reference USA here is the advanced search feature under the U.S. Consumers and Lifestyles database. This database has over 317 million records in it already. And what is the use for this database? Like, why would this be so good? And I'm going to show you why it's a really strong tool to use, because a couple things. Once again, Reference USA is a national database, so we can look in any state, any city across the country to find consumer data. And in this case, we're just going to, let's limit it to California. And we are going to, let's see, if we click on the little lifestyles tab here on the left, we just, people that pull a database up of people that are interested in sports in California. So according to this database, they have 2.6 million records of individuals that they've identified as having a interest or a stronger interest in sports. And they find that out, again, by spending habits, by websites that people visit, also by the data that they are getting from the data compilers and um, different accounts, like with their social media, um, and things like that. And if this is if we did view results here, it's going to give us just a list of all the people living in those areas with their information. But if we were to take a step back and we want to see I want to go for income. So if you're opening a sports business or a business involving sports, and you've determined that your market is everyone in the state of California. So we want to do search by income here, because when I was like, well, we've determined that it's going to be, people that make over $50,000, and just put all that in there. And then view results. Now it's going to give us this screen here, and then on the screen we can I want to create a chart that's going to give me estimated home income over age, because I just haven't figured out, for example, what age exactly, or home income. So this is a good way to put it in perspective. And here is all the different charts. So these are the amount of records that they have, and these are the different age ranges here. So just off this chart here, so if you were to, as a market, the 55 through 64 that are making over 100 or 125,000 might be the market you may be looking for in terms of how to reach, or the market for businesses. Scratch that one, Eric. 2 sentences, go back. 50 to 54 to 64. Making over 100,000 might be the market for your business in California. So what does that mean? That means that when you're doing a advertising campaign and you are able to target, you can target this community in each different city or county, but you can target these specific communities, and that could be through social media. So if you know that you're an e-commerce business, you can set the range on the Facebook marketing or the Instagram marketing, and like, this is who I've determined who I'm marketing to. I'm looking for 50 plus that make over $80,000 or $90,000 a year, and then these are the ads that I want to use for them, these sports themed ads. So that's really nice about Reference USA, and you can do that to across the entire country too. So if you were you are a California-based business and you wanted to know to what it looked like to sell in Arizona, for example, under the same search criteria here, and then you would hit view results. But you could see through the list of lifestyles that it drops down. So it doesn't have to be like the whole, like all of the apparel and fashion, but I'm just, looking for example, people that might be interested in children's apparel as well. So using both U.S. consumers' lifestyles and the U.S. business databases together can yield some pretty great results when it comes to conducting market research. And like I said, all of this is free with your library card to get access to these databases. If you are trying to figure it out, or have any questions, please feel free to contact us at the library. We can set you up with a one-on-one research consultation. I know that there's just a lot of information that has been thrown out there, but you just need to know that you can also reach out to us at the library, and we can meet with you and go through exactly, at least point you in the right direction in terms of, how we would approach it with these tools for market research. Thank you.